by getting back with him only to regret it. What does this woman want, Jacqueline? What do you think?
Wow. There are so many things wrapped up in that story. For me, I think that, there's that bit of her saying that she wants her, probably, like I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. She probably wants that, the man who is the father to her son, she wants to still maintain the relationship with him so that it can be like a balanced family.
Yes.
There's a son, yes, your father, there's me, right? She wants to keep that union together. That could be it. That could also be there could also be a sentiment where attached in part of true love. This is her first true love, the first person who she had fallen in love with, the first person who she has tasted what it is to be in love and all of that. So that could be a sentiment as well. That is attaching her. Exactly. Attaching her to,
I'm still waiting for the crucial one.
Attaching her to that man. There could be more, which I don't want to mention.
No, I will mention Collins. From a man's perspective, from what you can see here, from giving you experience, you confess that you were a sketch. By the way, did you meet him as a sketch chaser?
No.
He had dislodged all of them before he met you?
Yes,
He's
actually
a smart guy. You never caught him with a babe?
No.
Not even a text, WhatsApp?
No, I have actually.
Hotel receipts?
No, not hotel receipts.
Text
messages, yes.
I was in that.
Text messages, yes.
There's some stupid.
What does this get?
There's some stupid men. They will come. They will see my. But I remember my paper for Gamorino. Akpo Sokoto one.
Oh my.
Let me tell you what I think. I think that this guy who is very nice to her and her son is a guy who is a man of means. And part of her survival depends on that guy.
That's absolutely right. I was going to say that too.
So I think she wants to eat her cake.
She wants to still be with the person who she loves and also gain, maybe
Can you love
capacity.
somebody because of money? You have to love somebody because of something anyway. If it's money, is it a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. If that's your level of understanding of love, there's no. You should not be held against it.
Love? They say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Love is also in the mind of the lovey or love. I think what I usually say to people is I don't care whatever it is, but you know what it is. Okay, and know the consequences if you're going to fall in love with a woman or a man, as the case may be. If it's because of money, go for it. But you know that there are consequences.
Exactly what I was going to say.
If it's because of other things, because it's daytime, whatever, go for it. But it is important that you know within yourself and admit to yourself that this is the reason, because everything has its consequence. Everything under the sun has pluses and minuses. So of these two now, who should she go back to?
She should find out why she's in both of the relationship. Why she
knows.
still has.
You think she doesn't know?
And she should choose from there. I think
she knows.
If the guy who she's
it's because
now,
one has one thing, the other has another thing. So
you have to choose one and find a way of,
can't she manage the two?
Her heart, no, it's not even advisable to manage the two. Her heart is longing for the first boyfriend and also longing for the other. But the reason her heart is longing
his
for
pockets.
Yeah, it could be there for his pocket, the second.
Or any other thing.
But my worry there is there's a clause. The clause there is the first guy who's our true love is a scarce chaser. How are we sure that if she goes back to the first one, he's not still going to keep
are you sure that this one that is nice to her and whatever is also not a scared chaser?
Because you have not seen it doesn't mean it's not.
Who is a scared chaser? Let's even define that. So people are scared chasers with their eyes.
Yeah.
They might not do it, but given the opportunity, who is a scared chaser? Is it a minus to be a scared chaser?
It's a minus, so.
It's it could be a distraction.
Why did you then marry him? JB, he said he was a scared chaser.
He was. Emphasis on was.
Are you
a scared chaser?
And let's define the level of scared chasing.
There's no level. Don't bring up to
You know why? I think what I said that because someone could learn from my little experience. You know why, sir? It all started from. No, let me explain.
Not for my hand.
No, it's not.
Not for my hand.
I won't.
A scared chaser
is a scared chaser. Okay, I agree.
And because they are fasting, we cannot have
Oh my.
Hey. Okay, let us go to Dorcas.
Okay.
How do you pronounce Dorcas now? Because the
Dorcas.
Nigerian
Dorcas,
whatever has taken over Dorcas.
Mm.
Okay, Dorcas.
It's Dorcas.
Dorcas. What does Dorcas mean? Is it English?
I think it's English, but I'm not sure what it means.
For all
I know
it
that
could
it's
be-
not
for all
you, but
it
it's
might
not Igbo. It's not.
Dorcas.
It's,
The Yorubas will say Dorcas. What do the Igbo will pronounce it?
Dorcas.
Dorcas. I went to say Dorcas.
oh my.
Can you really tell if a man is serious? This is from Dorcas, and she says, in the last few years, I've been out with 3 men only. 3 men only.
Okay.
Emphasis man. I discovered that the ones the partners are always hoped for. Okay, so it was one after the other. Okay. In fact, the last one was having an affair with a so-called best friend behind my back. I've just met a new man, and he is kind and generous.
Kind and
And generous. Baba man gbeshule.
Oh boy.
And she enjoys being with him and so on and so forth. But how can one really be sure you found the soulmate with all men saying one thing and acting the other? I take exception to this. Collins, we should bang
Yes,
the table.
we have to. This is not right.
It's not right. How can you say that
that.
all men are saying one thing and acting the other? I take exception.
Not all men. Not all men.
Huh?
Not
all men now.
Not all men. Just like not all women also.
It's not all men that say one thing and then do another. I know. Sorry, you're fasting. Baba. No, you're exempted. You're exempted. Yeah. Or you want to say something? No.
Oh my.
And then she says, but how can you be really sure? You can't be sure. You really have to gamble. Do you know that in life, some people have been married for 35 years, and in the 35th year, you just suddenly discover something about your partner that you never thought existed.
True.
That's right.
I give you an example. Top Gun, been married 30 years, plus the children are full-grown adults. Wife comes back from work suddenly to pick something and finds him in the bedroom with the male secretary.
Wow.
Yes. In this Obodo Lagos.
Oh, wow.
Yes. These things happen. So sometimes you never really know people.
That's
You
scary.
never, but it's a reality.
It's very
In fact, sometimes people never really know themselves.
That's right.
Nobody can tell you that this is how I'm going to react if something happens.
True.
For sure.
True.
God forbid any sometimes you say that no, my husband is no, I trust him, he can this and that. God forbid you have an armed robbery attack, his bail is gone. You just can't find him. Where's he gone? You know? What about those who discover that all along the man was fetish and they never knew? So many things. So I believe that life is a gamble. The best you can do is pray, look at what you can see, look at what you can assess, and pray that what you see is what it is. You know, pray that what you see is what it is. That's, I think, what do you think?
Wow. What you made a very profound point, Jimi, that life is a gamble. And
Yes.
that's it. You know, all that you see is not all that there
There
is.
is.
And all that there is not all that you see. And,
But dear Bunmi gives some guidelines, which I'd like to quickly read out. Sorry, Auntie Bunmi, I have to read this second one. If I had seen this one, I wouldn't have bothered reading the other one. She says, an active love life, otherwise known as loss, is great, but it doesn't necessarily mean you've met Mr. Right. It can be good in all that. And she says that with any new potential, you should keep an eye on whether or not you truly suit each other. According to relationships experts, if you tick yes to fewer than 6 of the sections below, you should be wary. Goal, okay? Your major life goals, such as having kids, match each other. Okay? Sense of humor. You find it easy to make each other laugh. Or two of you couldn't be bothered and you both don't mind not laughing at all. Talking styles. The two of you communicate well, particularly when you're in conflict. That is very, very
Key.
crucial.
Very,
True.
very.
And key.
True.
I've seen a couple separate, they sit at the dining table and everybody go in your own way. You take this one, I take that one. I've seen it happen before. That kind of maturity will take you far. Desire to be together. Your commitment to each other is more or less equal. As you want to be with Collins, Collins wants to be with you. Love-making preference. We already spoke about that. Expectations of life together. You must have some kind of agreement on what you want to be. Maybe the man wants to be a multimillionaire and become blah, 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 blah. Maybe you just want to be like some middle-class person, retire at 65, go for holidays kind of thing. These things are important.
True.
Am I right?
Very,
That's right.
very
Very
true.
right.
Then emotional styles. You can handle each other's tears and tantrums. Attitude to money. You and your man agree on when to save, when to spend, and what to buy. This is a time to ask. We are getting to a situation in this country where everything is not going to fall on the guy anymore.
True.
The two of you, if for younger people listening, the two of you have to put your pay slips on the table and decide how you want to move forward. Is that true?
Very correct.
Very, very. Correct.
Yes, it's the days of when the man is a breadwinner. There's no the two of you are breadwinners because anything can happen at any time.
That's right.
And the days when the man will say, "Don't worry, you stay at home. I'll take care of the work." No. You just have to find a way around that. So attitude to money is very babashemo or Roshawla Legoni. Yeah, you found your voice now. Aren't you fasting? When it comes to money matters. Then this one is also very, 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 very important. Mutual esteem.
Respect.
You must respect each other. But before you get to that point, I want to add that you must respect yourself.
Yeah.
A man must respect himself. A woman must respect herself.
Herself.
Then you will then
Attract the respect that you deserve.
that you deserve.
That's true.
This is key.
Yes.
Extremely crucial.
Yes.
For women, it is good for you to be very confident,
Yeah.
or at least show it.
Yeah.
You know, a man respects a woman who is confident.
Yeah.
You're nodding. Let people hear your
No,
voice. They can't see you. She's saying, yeah. You are just nodding. Let them hear your voice.
We'll turn it to a song. Do
you want to
if you say yeah, and I'll say yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Like that.
People at home are listening.
Absolutely.
They can't. It's not everybody that is watching us on YouTube.
I didn't want the yeah to be double yeah.
I don't want to pass.
Oh my.
So you must have mutual respect for
and esteem.
and esteem. But it starts with respecting yourself.
Sure.
That's right.
It's also important for men to know that, little things, believe you me, one of which is something as simple as staying clean. Don't come to bed armpits and behind your ear.
Very true.
Or drunk.
Yeah.
Or, and then you must allow space for the other person. Meaning that what she doesn't like, you avoid. What she don't like,
He
you
doesn't
avoid.
like.
Auntie Bunmi didn't put nagging here, under which with that because some women can nag.
Yes, they
But
can.
some men can nag too.
Very true too.
Where does jealousy come into this?
I don't.
Where you have, for example, where does jealousy and trust? Trust is not here. We talk about esteem, goals, but trust is also important.
Very.
You don't want a man Collins calling you, where are you? Who are you with? I'm in a meeting with Mr. Sharif.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I've been wanting to speak to him. Give him the phone. Then on your way home, where are you? I'm on the way home. I heard that Uber driver is my fan. Give him, when the man hounds you like
Yes,
that,
yes.
the same for the other side. I think it's something people need to look
Watch
into,
out for, yeah.
watch out for. And if it becomes a problem, you had better seek counseling.
That's actually very correct. A lot of people in relationships actually, maybe based on what they've been through in the past, it's hard for them to forget or forgive and let go. Then it builds up some kind of trust issues along the line, with the partner.
And it's also important for you to know the job that your spouse is doing.
True.
I give you Carlos Santana. He got married again about 10 years ago, and the journalist asked him, "What happened to your first marriage?" And said, "Nothing really. We were quite well. We were well with each other. Everything went on fine. But that it's very, very difficult to marry somebody or be in a relationship with somebody who everybody wants to take a photograph with." So it's only in our profession, and thank God you're in the same profession with him.
That's
Yes.
right.
Because in our profession, it's so difficult, unless your wife or spouse is understanding, people pull you left, right, and center.
I can actually relate to that because I mean I feel like sometimes I feel like Collins is bigger than I am, and I give it to that. He's been in the industry many years before I came into it.
And then he's male.
And he's male.
Whether we like it or not, it gives
he more credit than he does to me.
Yes.
Right? And it's even happened on the show the very first month I came in, where it took people a long while to notice that I was there. It was all about Collins.
Yeah.
It happens. There's sometimes I'm even like, oh, Collins and the wife, right? There are times where I'm like, I'm also a broadcaster. My name is Andrea. Regard me as that, because we are on the job.
Yeah,
right?
there's a friend of mine who married a superstar and got all mad every time they refer to him as so and so's husband.
You see?
Of course, the marriage didn't last.
It happens. It happens. But, I was supposed to... thank God for the kind of relationship we had. It was at some point bringing up some kind of resentment.
But what's it like in public when you go like for a cocktail and the women are taking selfies and dragging him and
I actually don't have
they're
issue
stroking
with
his grey hair? That thing, is it natural or is it a tint?
It's not natural.
Can I do it too?
No, sir.
I don't have any hair on my head. Baba no. So, the two of a kind. I gotta go. The Tekes are coming on next, and I don't want them to yap me. Thank you very much, Andrea and Collins. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I've had so much fun with you guys. That's where we'll end it for today. For the nays who we couldn't cancel this program, maybe we'll talk about some things that affect us tomorrow. But remember that on Friday we're going to be dealing with how to handle trauma. And Discuss on Saturday is my tribute to Yaba Wokoya. Very, very strong. She's from the Farmer in Stock, and very, very strong supporter of Baba. So it's going to be quite some fun. By the way, tomorrow is the birthday. Somebody should remind me tomorrow, please. Shua Banker, my good friend Shua Banker, is going to be 50 tomorrow. Wow. All roads might not lead to the church, but all roads will lead to where the green bottles will be after the service. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sheriff. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, it's a pity we couldn't invite you to some of these things because Babangba will lower. Baraka the Salah to everybody. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.